There is a phrase out there that just like makes my bones like cringe. Like, ah! So I want to talk about it today. My name is Kayla Fahey-Ahrndt, and I teach on mindset and organization tips for professionals. And that phrase is, but I've never done it before. Whew, that's a heavy one. So I know it can be scary to try new things and to get started. I've been there. I've been paralyzed myself in overanalyzing things, thinking like, what if I fail? What if I don't fail and it blows up and things go great? How do I manage that? What if I make a mistake? What if I look silly in front of other people? What if it doesn't work out? Like, what if I waste my time trying something that wasn't worth it? And here's the thing. I think when people like myself get paralyzed and we don't want to try something new because we've never done it before, it's because we're just scared to take the first step. And so here's a mindset tip or flip that you can put on that thought, be able to take the next step. So it's this concept called small tests of change. It's something I learned from lean thinking, which is just a mantra of thinking that started in manufacturing in Japan, but it is a way of thinking that different organizations use. I use it in healthcare. Small tests of change means if you're going to implement something new or try something new, instead of going all out and trying it in every single space of your organization or in everything you do, it's trying it in one small area to see if it works. And actually, we use this a lot in public health when we're implementing programming too. I have a master's in public health, and I remember learning about this in school where it is a really good idea to pilot essentially your program on a small group of folks or in a small community. And then if it works, figure out like, how do we scale it up and how do we make it sustainable? So if you ever hear yourself saying like, well, I've never done it before and you're scared to get going, think about this. The question you can ask yourself is, how can I make this a small test of change? What is the smallest first next step I can do to pilot this idea or thought or try this new thing in a safe way that's not going to have huge wasteful impact if it fails, quote unquote. And I'll argue, like, if it does fail, you will learn something and make it better. If you do it on a small scale, then the risk is pretty low and pretty much zero. So ask yourself, if you find yourself saying, I've never done it before, and that is preventing you from getting started, the question you can say is, how do I do this doing a small test of change? What if you just went for it? What if you just tried with what you have now? What if what you have is good enough to get started and you're going to take this opportunity to learn and move forward? I'll add this. Brendon Burchard talked about in his book, High Performance Habits, some qualities that high performers have. And one of the qualities is confidence. And confidence stems from the thought that they believe in their own innate ability to learn and figure it out. So if you've ever heard a high performer, someone you know that you believe does a great job and is always just like doing new things and successful, start to notice, do they ever say things like, no big deal, I'll figure it out? That is a mindset they have around their ability to just make things happen. So instead of thinking like, I've never done this before, usually their first thought is, well, I'll figure it out. They might still think things like, well, I've never done it before, but I can probably draw from my past experience and figure it out. That's the mindset that you want to have, but it becomes a little bit more safe when you say, how can I test this and do a small test of change? All right, everyone, thanks for watching. If this video was helpful to you, please don't forget to like it and subscribe and check out ways to stay connected with me in the description below. Take care.